Yo, what is good, everybody? This is Untitled Nerd Talk, the nerd talk show that doesn't have a title, hence
No,
the title, Untitled
Untitled.
Nerd Talk.
Untitled is a title.
Untitled is a title currently. Will it change? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know.
I don't know. D'Angelo himself, best song is called Untitled.
Untitled. Hey, fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. All right, well, we are sitting here. I'm your host, Andre Douglas, sitting with your host, Rio G. What's going on, brother?
What's up, everybody? My name is Rio G. What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. You see the Twitter handles, Rio's Rio on everything. My is IG at Dre on air. So if you got anything you want us to talk about, got any clips you want us to see, you can DM us, and you might see them live on this show. Or if you just want to give us some feedback, you can DM us, follow us, and we'll be happy to have all the content that you guys give our way, or any positive words of affirmation or hate. I'll take hate. Hate lets me know you at least watched it, and I'll take the engagement.
I don't need that kind of energy, sir. I need all the positivity. It's so much hate outside this window. We just need a system where we can just put all the love. Love conquers all. We can put all the positive in emotion so we can do what we need to do. I know that's not your motto. So
hate.
I don't even know you. I hate your guts.
I don't even know you. And I hate your guts. Hey, next nigga say something while I'm up here, get shot.
Please believe that.
Okay, you got a cat?
Yeah. This nigga named Luna.
Hey, put that cat down. We don't need Peter on our ass. All right, so
did the girl take the cat and throw it across the room? Did you see that?
She got shut down too.
Did she?
Got shut down. So we don't need that kind of smoke.
Wow.
All right, so on Untitled Nerd Talk, we can talk anything between video games, TV shows, movies, comic books, whatever is your thing, it's our thing, and we will provide our feedback on it. When we start streaming live on here, whether it be YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, we'll have the comment section up, and you guys can also comment live. Let us know if that's a feature that you want, and we shall supply it to you. But in the meantime, we got these recorded, and we're going to keep coming at you with more content. If you want to be a guest on the show as well, you can hit us up on our DMs. Rio's Twitter is my IG. If you got something to add to the show, or if you're a cartoonist, or if you're a gamer, or if you got a channel, or you want to plug, you can hit us up, because we're open for sponsorship as well. All right, man. So I know we're here because of DC Fandome. First, overarching, how good does it feel to just have something to look forward to?
It was absolutely phenomenal. You know what? It really feels like DC, for the most part, has been the little brother to Marvel, and trying to play catch up over the years it hasn't really worked out for them as much. But this actually feels good to be a DC fan. It feels good just to be a comic book fan in general, but it really feels good to be a DC fan because we have so much and so many different ways to look forward to video games, comic books, movies, that they're doing their own thing. They're not following a quote unquote schematic of what and how Marvel has laid out their stuff, but they're doing their own thing, and they seem to have a plan on how to play it all out. So it's a great time.
Yeah, I like that too, because now it finally seems like they got their own thing now.
Yeah.
The Marvel, since they came out first, you wanted to kind of fill their steps. You start hiring their people, start to, figure out phases and things of that nature. But now it kind of seems like they're going off that path and trying to figure out who they are as a company and trying to release content. And right now is such a desperate need for content since a lot of outside activities have been limited. So we need all the content in the world right now, and a lot of options.
There's no shortage of that happening right now too. And the interesting thing about DC is that people tend to forget they have the world's first superhero, Superman. Superman's not even a focus of right now. So can you even imagine what it's going to be like when Superman turns into the focus again? They have Superman, they have Batman, and then they're branching out and using their entire catalog to make movies. I mean, hell, other than the first Suicide Squad, did any one of us ever know who the Suicide Squad were? Unless you were a comic book fan, a deep cut comic book fan, you read your C&D list, you know some of the characters, but like you probably didn't know that they were a group,
right?
You know, but they're really taking initiative.
I didn't know it was a dude out here throwing boomerangs.
You know Captain Boomerang? Yeah, and that's the thing. Like Captain Boomerang has just been a B or C. He's pretty known with the Flash. He's one of the Flash rogues, but he has his own thing going on. So I thought that's kind of dope. I'm just they don't have, like, I kind of want to harp on what I said before. They don't have to start with one character and hop on to another character to start building the world. They've been doing this forever. They have been doing multiverses since who knows how long. We've been doing this since the Justice Society of America was back in the 40s, and you know, we're doing our Justice League. We start bringing them together with the Flash of Two Worlds, and then eventually turn to Crisis, and then you have these multiverse. So like they have already, probably unintentionally, have established their groundwork for the foreseeable future and everything that they're doing. So I'm really excited to see how everything turns out.
Yeah, same here. Like my whole like DC knowledge, like first it was, you know, everybody grew up on the Batman cartoon. Like if you're in our age bracket, the Batman cartoon was it, you know. I wish I would have queued that one up, but I ain't trying to get a strike. Some of
the best music, and even our cousins and our brothers and sisters beforehand. I mean, they had, what inspired the Batman cartoon? You had the '89 Michael Keaton Batman, which I was a fan of. I don't remember going to it, but I remember having all. I mean, I legit remember getting all the toys and getting the Batwing, the Batmobile, all of that. I mean, even before them, they had the '66 Batman with Adam West, and then even before that, they had like the old
Pow.
Yeah, I mean, stuff like that. I mean, it's just, I mean, they've been putting out content, and they have been forever.
Respect their name. Put some respect.
I mean, seriously, respect their name.
Respect their name. Yeah, and I know for a long while, even still though, their cartoon movies were always top tier. Like still their cartoon movies were great top tier, and now they got their own can we call it a network or the streaming channel for DC cartoons? No?
We shutting that down.
Shut that down?
Yeah, they're shutting that down. They're still taking all of that content and moving it over to their brand new streaming service, HBO Max, which Warner Brothers parent. But it was, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff going on behind the scenes. I mean, some people aren't keeping their jobs. There's a lot of layoffs going on.
This is real tea right here. Please.
I mean, this is real tea. It's a lot going on with because you know they're parented by Warner Brothers, and it's a lot going on at Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers, AT&T, all under the same group, and DC Universe, they kind of really didn't even have a fighting chance. They wasn't promoted to the level in which I thought it should. It should have been promoted. So like they're kind of like going back to the drawing board. They're kind of scrapping the whole DC Universe idea, taking all of their flagship shows that were strictly made for the DC Universe. We're talking Titans, we're talking Doom Patrol, Harley Quinn. Those are going over to, and the brand new Stargirl, which was an amazing series. Those are going over to, except for Stargirl.
That's the one that was on WB? Is it still WB?
CW.
CW, yeah.
Phenomenal show. Stargirl was.
I caught like a couple.
Stargirl was phenomenal.
Man, like it threw me. It didn't throw me off. I just felt like I caught it in the middle, and I wasn't prepared to catch up. So I got to start back over.
If you can go to the CW,
so the episode that I watched. She was in a bedroom and she had everybody's stuff on the bed. Like she had Green Lantern.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this person and why does she have all these things?
Yeah. That's relatively at the beginning of it. This probably was maybe the second episode ish. Okay. I don't want to get into a whole. Maybe we would get into a recap because I really did like it. Maybe for another show down the road. But like I really did enjoy because it felt. Unlike, I mean, we're in 2020. We like things a little bit more adult and realistic-ish. I mean, maybe society does, but like this one felt really close to home. I mean, every everything doesn't need to be dark and gritty. And
Right.
that one just felt like a natural family superhero show, and that's okay. Like, I still love Doom Patrol. I like Harley Quinn for what she is. I enjoyed that too. There was nothing wrong with that. I loved it. It's a fantastic show. But what I was saying was they're moving all over. They're moving their flagship shows, most of them, to the HBO Max streaming service and moving Stargirl over to the CW, where it fits well over there. But I'm just kind of worried about the budget because I don't want it to look a little cheaper than it already did, but with writing and different people. But I enjoyed it for what it was.
Dope. All right. Yeah. Well, let's focus on DC Fandom. They did have a whole weekend of just hits and bangers, letting us know when things were coming out, what was on tap, kind of like their whole just rolling out party of things that's happening. And they did not disappoint at all. So I just want you to break down. You are the expert, sir. So I just want you to break down a couple.
Just a fan.
I just want you to break down a couple things that caught your attention the most during this DC Fandom, and I'll try to cue some things up as you speak.
Okay. I don't know where you want to start, but I guess we can kind of run down the list.
Yeah, wherever you want to go.
It's a lot of things. There was no one thing that caught my attention the most. I guess if I do have to be biased, I'm a Batman fan, and this Batman. You want
to do that now? We going straight to.
You know what? Since I brought it up, we can just go straight to it.
Straight to the bat.
We can go straight
to the bat. All right. And so before I cue up this trailer, your expectations of the Robert Pattinson acquisition, hire, whatever, and your thoughts before the trailer dropped.
My thoughts before the trailer dropped with Robert Pattinson, I know he has a scar for he did good work for what he did over in the Twilight series. He's made some incredible movies in between. I have a thing where I like to give people a chance. I even said give Ben Affleck a chance. I thought Ben Affleck was one of the best Batman we've ever had.
I've been hearing that a lot lately.
Ben Affleck was phenomenal. He was phenomenal. His version of the Batman actually kind of fits his life.
That might be a comic unpopular opinion.
I think it's more popular than what you think. It's just he kind of had Batfleck, as they say, he was at a time where it probably wasn't the most popular thing going on with the Justice League movie. The BVS film did not get the best praise in the world, but the director's cut did, which was, I watched it recently and it was phenomenal. And I understand why. It was a lot of stuff going on. We're kind of in the industry, especially with these movies, that you have to be excellent and everything has to go right. We can't have any reshoots. Everything got to be perfect. Put the film out perfect. Kind of like what Wonder Woman is doing. Everything has to be perfect. And if the movie is good, we have faith in the director. It's like if you get a 98% on the paper. If it's perfect, it's perfect. But if you messed up something, you got to go and reshoot. Everyone was like, oh, damn. He messed up already. Here we go again. This happened. The show.
Twitter's a beast, too. Like, Twitter rips stuff apart and absolute pieces. And
we're not perfect. We're not perfect. So, like, it's... but Ben Affleck...
Did you have high expectations for this one?
For this coming up?
Yeah.
I do have high expectations for it, and they put all of those to rest. I am very pleased with it.
All right, well, let's throw up the trailer, and let's just talk through it.
Okay.
The Batman DC Fandom trailer. And I will full screen this so everybody can see. Nice DC logo there in the beginning. And we get a shot of somebody masked up trying to duct tape somebody.
I'll tell you exactly who that is right now if you like.
Who was that?
It's the Riddler.
Oh, okay. No more lies.
No more lies. This shot right here of Jim Gordon was...
Black Commissioner Gordon?
It's a Black Commissioner Gordon.
And he is an excellent actor, by the way.
He's a fantastic actor.
I mean...
He's a fantastic actor.
Fantastic actor, bro.
I want to say something about the song that they chose to play in the background. Like you've known me for a long time. I've gone through many changes in my life, but they picked a song It's called "Something in a Way" by Nirvana, which is
Okay.
one of my favorite songs of all time. So when it started
Ooh,
playing
that
this,
suit. Let me
that
pause.
suit is phenomenal.
Let me pause. Let me go back to the suit. The suit. That's a nice suit.
That has shades of Bat 6. That has shades of the Arkham series. I love that suit.
That
I
suit is dope. I
love
like the cape.
that suit.
I love the jawline.
Yeah, I no,
I love it
like
all.
I do love the mouthpiece. Like
Yeah.
the Christian Bale's bat suit. I unpopular, but maybe it's just my opinion. I didn't really care for the bat suit too much because it was a lot of neck in there. But which I understand, you gotta be able to move your head. But like
Right.
the mouthpiece was kind of circular. It
Not
was
too
real
not too
circular.
bulky.
It was perfect. Like it fits his body. Like it's perfect. It's fantastic, fantastic. He's real emo-ish
Right. With the eye makeup.
with the eye makeup, but that
Yeah.
yeah, I think Batman is probably one of the. I love this scene right here. I think that scene is going to be one of the most popular
Here's the
scenes. I
thing.
mean, look how everybody is running.
Here's the thing though. Here's
Yeah.
nitpick section.
Okay.
Can I nitpick?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. That's not a haircut of a billionaire.
No, it's not. He don't look like a billionaire though.
No, it's not really. But all right, so this Catwoman.
This is Catwoman. This
Okay.
is played by Zoe Kravitz.
Okay.
Lenny Kravitz and the lady from the Cosby Daughter, Lisa Bonet.
Okay.
She looks amazing too. Look at her fight right there. This is amazing.
What do you think this picks up? Like, obviously, we're done. Hopefully, we're done with the whole mom and dad getting shot. Mom and dad get killed a lot.
A lot of pearls flying around. It's a lot of pearls flying around here.
Mom and dad get killed a lot of times.
It's happened a lot.
So do we think like he's like 10 years in, like he's full maturated Batman at this point?
No,
or like just beginning to find his groove?
This is the interesting part about it. This is confirmed that this is his second year as the Batman.
Okay.
That's why the suit does look the way it does. It looks phenomenal, but you could tell that there's something, and it isn't as advanced. And that's probably one thing about what's going to go on in this movie. His suit is going to advance and get better. But I do love. I just had to pause.
Ooh, I mean, he beat the brakes off of him.
Mind you, he did that with one hand. His bat voice is phenomenal. That car is of the '66 style.
It's realistic.
It's a car.
It's a realistic Batmobile.
It's a car. Oh my god! Even this title sequence. It's
a realistic car.
I love that.
It's not a tank.
It's a hot rod. It's a car.
Yeah,
it's a car.
It's very realistic.
It's a car. Like that. That looks amazing.
Yeah, I really love that concept.
That has a little 89 in there, definitely. Something I have a 66 model right here, and it's a lot of that going in there. Got the grappling hook. That's Oswald Cobblepot right there. The goons are interesting because they do have makeup on, like Joker makeup.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't mentioned anything about the Joker. I don't want to put that out there, but I just thought that since they all have makeup, that is kind of interesting.
So the Riddler is the main bad on this one, or the most prominent bad.
Yeah. So with what we got so far,
okay.
The Riddler, we have Riddler. From what we saw in the trailer, we have Riddler, we have Catwoman, we have Oswald Cobblepot. I believe we have Falcone. But there's supposed to be many more in there. I've heard many rumors of what is supposed to be the Long Halloween is supposed to be a different a collection of different stories. More detective. This was supposed to solidify him as the world's greatest detective. That trailer which was a teaser trailer, and Matt Reeves had told us during DC Fandome that he had only shot 25 to 30% of the film. That was part of the 25 to 30%. That's amazing. Wow. I personally I never understood up until now the need for people to say, you know what, I don't need to see any more trailers. This was the first trailer I've ever seen where like, you know what, I don't need to know anything else for the next 2 years. I'm okay. I mean,
okay.
I'm okay. It
We're
really
okay.
it really put me to rest. I have nothing but faith in this, and I will dare say that this will be my favorite Batman. I just know it.
Yeah. One thing that just watching it over again, one thing that I do think is missing out of this trailer is just more Bruce Wayne. Like seeing him, you know, the last trailer, like he was dancing, you know, with Catwoman, you know, the Ben Affleck one. Like you saw him in his full Bruce Wayne. And I think that's why maybe Ben Affleck, you know, bodied the character because he was a great Bruce and a great Batman.
Well, and you know, to play devil's advocate, he's had to play that role long. I think it's easier for Batman to be Batman rather than Bruce Wayne. You know, when he's like the Ben Affleck. One thing I do enjoy about the Ben Affleck character is he knows he's not perfect, and he doesn't act like he's perfect. He's made hella mistakes, and it still haunts him to that day. So he knows how to be that kind of Bruce Wayne, that kind of character. So he just is kind of he's playing it perfectly. Like this guy right here, Robert Pattinson's Batman. He's 2 years into being Batman. Okay. He doesn't know how to juggle two lives yet.
The whole Playboy Batman angle. I mean, Playboy Bruce Wayne angle.
I think that at least a portion of that is important to his angle. I'm not saying like you got to go to be Robert Downey or Tony Stark for that matter to that level, but I think to keep for the public at least to keep those personas as far away from each other as you possibly can. I do like the kind of Playboy aspect of it, but that's not his thing.
That makes sense because they didn't really do that with Ben.
No, they didn't. I mean, but he kind of did a little bit with Wonder Woman.
Just a little bit.
Just like a little bit.
Like energy.
Yeah.
The Batman before him they really played it up on him.
With Christian Bale?
Yeah.
With Christian Bale, they really did it with Christian Bale.
Yeah.
They really did it with Christian
multiple love
Bale.
interests, you know, him in the fountain, you know, with girls and stuff like that. So they really tried to throw that aspect in it. And it did seem kind of forced. So to go away from it makes sense.
And you know, while playing this character, you really do have to play Bruce Wayne and Batman. It's not just putting on a mask and taking the mask off and playing yourself. Like you have to literally lead two different lives.
How you smashing off all these girls with bruises all over your body?
Maybe doing it in the dark.
Level stamina, but come on, man.
I don't know. I don't know how he doing it. Wasn't it one where he had like a couple girls in the bed? I can't remember. It was one of the Dark Knights.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't tired? Damn, bro, you ain't tired. I be tired.
Hey, man. Come on, bro. All right. Well, to put a bow on it, so this one isn't scheduled to come out until
next year. It's with everything going on with the coronavirus right now that we're living in. Thanks, Barry.
Coronavirus. The coronavirus.
The coronavirus.
The alternate universe. The coronavirus.
Sir. The coronavirus. I'm trying to get out of this
coronavirus.
That's why the coronavirus is different, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're working with different filming techniques now. So they're gonna get back to filming soon, but it's gonna be a lot different than it was before. Not less loose, obviously, but so.
All right. So what's the next pivot?
Next pivot. I guess we can get, since we're on the kind of topic of Batman here, we can kind of go to the Arkham Knights game. Excuse me, I make that mistake many times. It's called the Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights video game. So this was announced at Fandome as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is this across all platforms?
This is across all platforms, and this, I believe, will be coming out next year.
Okay.
So says the trailer. And I hope I'm correct on this one. Now, I've only watched this trailer once, so like watching it again, I'm kind of brand new to it again.
Oh, okay. So I'll cue it up. Let me see.
Yeah,
so just talk about it a little bit, and then I'll bring it up.
Okay, so to talk about the Gotham Knights video game here, like I said, this was announced at DC Fandome. What it is, it's a brand new video game from the people in WB Montreal, which made Arkham Origins, which would be chapter 1 of the Arkham origin story when it goes into Arkham City, Arkham, Arkham City, and then over to Arkham Knight. This game has been teased for many years. I believe that they started teasing this game actually probably about 2 years ago. We've wanted something remotely close to it. We thought it would be at what are those gaming conventions? I can't think right now, but over on the WB Montreal Twitter handle, they've had these little teasers of there. We were able to crack it that it was something to do with the Court of Owls, and we were still right. So let's see what they have.
All right, Gotham Knights video game official DC. Is this like something that you're gonna add to your repertoire?
Oh, absolutely! This game looks amazing.
How has DC Games been doing? Like, in their franchises.
Overall, they really haven't made a lot of them. They made quite a few mobile games. They made some Batman games, and those were their big heavy hitters. Obviously, they WB DC. They is Big Bang Theory, Batman, and Friends. That is what feeds Warner Brothers. So it is. It's just a thing.
Hey, Fred's still getting money, man.
It's 2020, and that just went off the air in 2003, 4. I don't know. Okay, so what we got right here is Batman telling them he's contacting each member of the Bat family, and he's telling them that if you're watching this video, he's dead. Right there, the first picture was of Jason Todd, the Red Hood. This one is of the Oracle. Watching it, Oracle's Barbara Gordon, which is Batgirl.
Yep.
Coming up next, I assume that looks like Nightwing.
Yeah, Nightwing.
Since it's blue.
Nightwing, bro. Like, everybody wants him to be greater.
That's the beauty of Nightwing. Nightwing had the pressures of people wanting him to be greater, but he had to go on his own path. He had to be his own hero. Which is why he left Gotham. That was that last one there. Nightwing, I believe that was of Tim Drake, the Red Robin.
Yep.
Not Robin. Yep. Well, he wasn't Robin, but Red Robin. All right.
Suiting up.
Those look like North Face jackets.
That's a cold shot.
It's a beautiful shot. So
is the gameplay you get to be one of the Bat family trying to save Batman?
I believe so. No, well, Batman's dead. So they say. I think he's alive. But
right, I think probably, but when we get to the end of the game, like
I think he's alive, but like he's contacting the Bat family to save Gotham. Ooh. Yeah, it's some out cold shots in this game.
So is this kind of like a melee kind of thing where 4 people can play at the same time?
I have no clue. I think they had some gameplay on there. I think 2 people could play at the same time. I think. Ooh. Yeah, Red Hood's always been that one of the most talented ones. Well, I believe that it's at most 2, but you can jump in between the characters as needed. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So right there you have
man, that's cool.
Yeah, it's out. Have you seen this before? Is this your first time watching?
First time.
Okay. So they actually do have some gameplay. I don't know if it's part of this trailer here. Yeah, but they have the tag team play is phenomenal on here. So, I was under the impression that it doesn't take place from the Arkham universe, which is from if you played Arkham Knights. Spoiler alert! But you have 4 years to play it. If you played Arkham Knights, Batman dies at the end.
Spoiler alert!
I mean, it happens. People still do spoiler alerts for stuff in Spider-Man 3, but okay, so that right there, that's the talent. He's one of the many talents. He's a part of those people right there, which are called the Court of Owls. The Court of Owls are a group of, it's kind of like the Illuminati for Gotham. They were the ones who orchestrate things that seem to happen randomly. They were orchestrating things in the background, so they're a villain, but not so much in the front. To say like a Joker or Two Faces, they legit run things in the background.
I mean,
So
the trailer's ridiculous.
Yeah, the trailers are cold. Yeah, once again, like I said, it was brought to you from the people from WB Montreal. Like they developed the Arkham, not to use the Origins game, and that trailer looked phenomenal. I legit cannot wait to play it. I cannot wait to play it.
I mean, that look nice. That look real nice.
Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, while we're still on the games, you could queue up the Suicide Squad game.
Suicide Squad game.
Suicide Squad game. But to head back over to the Arkham Knights, did I say that right? Gotham Knights, because I knew I was gonna keep making that mistake. They're so close. I was under the impression that the Gotham Knights take place after Arkham. I've heard rumors that it does. I heard rumors that it doesn't, like it's a new universe. I don't know. It makes sense since Batman did die in Arkham Knight. And they'll kind of pick up here, but it doesn't make sense, because if it picked up at the Arkham Knight, then Red Hood end up killing. It's kind of messed up. So that's why I don't believe it takes place in the.
Is it called Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League?
It is called Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. All right, let's roll it.
Let's get it cracking.
But this one for sure does take place in the Arkhamverse. In the Arkham, this has been confirmed. This is a real one. I thought that it looks amazing. It doesn't have any real gameplay, but if you guys do want to, you can actually see real gameplay footage of Gotham Knights. They have like 7 to 8 minutes of legit real gameplay footage, which is also rare to actually get some real gameplay footage. All right, so right here, this is Suicide Squad. We have Brainiac's ship. Brainiac is are you familiar with Brainiac?
Oh yeah. I remember from the Superman comic. And the Superman the cartoon.
Yeah, so you see him, you know it's a problem. So we have Brainiac ship here. You really have to hear the dialogue of what's going on right now. You see a bunch of fire going on in Metropolis. A hot dog guy right here, a bunch of aliens or whatever jumping around. And then you see,
is that Harley?
For the nail paint, I believe so. Is Harley. Harley doing Harley things. Harley is an interesting. Harley came around beautifully.
Do you like her oversaturation now? Like
I love her. I love Harley. I actually have more of an issue with Harley with the Joker.
But now it's like before she was, known to us or just, to the comic people. But now, like after the first Suicide Squad, and now she got a TV show and a cartoon and a video game, it just seems like it's kind of oversaturation or the over popularization of Harley Quinn is a little much.
No different from Batman. If as you can see, it's still doing Batman balloons. King Shark is a shark. But Harley's good. Harley Quinn is DC's version of Daredevil. I'm not Daredevil. Deadpool. Yeah, she rides on Joe's. I'm not tired of her. I watched the Harley Quinn animated series and I thought it was absolutely perfect. I have no issue with that. She's funny. She's perfect. I think she's perfect. I think she's a good anti-hero. She does a lot of the right things lately, but not for the reasons that she should be doing the right things. She has had a lot of. Harley was a big name, with the Joker and everything. She started with Paul Dini came out with the character, and when he started with our Batman animated series, that's when she came out. Paul Dini did that. Came out with her, and then for some reason she just kind of took off, which works. Right. I could dig it. I always wanted to see her a lot more of her, but get
her due.
Yeah, look at her. She's fun. Like I love her. I love her. She's a doctor. Harley Quinzel. I think Margot Robbie has done a great job with her. But
yeah, great casting.
I thought it was great casting. Did you know Penny from Big Bang Theory actually plays Harley?
I did know that.
You did it? You
Yeah,
did?
I did know that.
Okay.
I did know that. Yep, I
I
saw
think
that on Twitter.
I think she does great right there. But yeah, I mean, it is a lot. It's a lot of Harley and a lot of Batman. So like, I can't just say it's a lot of her, because she sells. I
Soup.
mean, yeah, you see Superman here. King Shark is like, okay, is that why Superman's here? So why are we here? We don't need to be here.
He got it.
Yeah, and of course she's talking crap to Superman. That Harley is supposed to be the Harley from the Arkham series, and Superman looked like he's turning heel, wrestling reference,
Heel turn.
and he did.
Oh.
Yeah, he just obliterated that man. so, so from the trailer, you can see that Superman's under the mind control of Brainiac. And I don't understand. You see, did you see Captain Boomerang? I mean, what they gonna do? what are they gonna do? Like, I got this boomerang here. At least he try.
I gotta try everything, right?
Man.
Mother.
what you gonna do? I mean, but I'm really excited about that game. I don't think that game is getting enough love for what it is. I mean, it also doesn't come out till 2022. There's no gameplay footage.
Oh man, yeah.
But it's the same engines. First of all, it's coming on the PS5 strictly. Coco, I don't know where you came from. It's coming from the PS5 strictly on the PS5 and on the Xbox consoles.
Looks good. Looks good.
It looks good. Like I was getting ready to say, it's from the same engines of Rocksteady. Rocksteady made all of the games except for the Origin games from the Arkham series. So, I mean, it's going to be phenomenal.
All right. Well, same thing. Quick pivot. What about the movie?
Suicide Squad 2, the Suicide Squad, directed by James Gunn. James Gunn can do no wrong at all. I know how
Batman versus Superman.
But this is James Gunn. See, with Batman versus Superman, you got to understand during that times they were under some pressure to make him feel like to make it feel like it was more of a Marvel thing.
I get you. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. I mean, and which I guess we'll cover that when we get to it. But like that's the thing. They finally have a path, and they don't have to compete. Yeah. Well, they don't have to feel the need to compete and catch up to Marvel.
Bro, if they find I know Snyder's one of their guys, but if they can find a Russo brothers,
I think. That's what I'm saying. Like with Snyder, I mean, we'll get to the Suicide Squad, but you have to give him a chance to get his vision out. You like we always say, you have to give people a chance. And if you suck, I do. I give people. you get one. That's it. That's it. Suicide Squad 2. It doesn't have a trailer. It has a bunch of behind the scenes and stuff, but he has probably 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 people that are playing different characters in here. He did a long time ago say, don't get too attached because it is a Suicide Squad. And there's also James Gunn. James Gunn is known. He directed all the Guardians movies. And I mean, he took some, not Guardians, I can't say, they were legit unknown.
Yeah.
And he made us all care about
household names.
He made us all care about trees that only say I am Groot and a raccoon. I mean, for real,
Listen, Drax. Drax is my favorite character, bro.
Drax is the best.
I love Drax, bro.
I love them all.
Your face repulses me. I could not think of you in that way. He is hilarious.
He is Drax is the best. I actually kind of wish. I know we're talking about DC. I wish I would have utilized more Drax near the end of Endgame at Tony Stark's funeral or something. I don't know if that would have been inappropriate.
I get what you're saying.
But it would have been funny.
It would have been funny.
It would have been funny. I wanted a little bit more Drax. Drax is funnier than what he should be.
Oh man,
Drax Mantis. I mean, yeah, but you see what he's done with all of these characters who have no name, and he's making them a name.
Yeah,
the characters that he's utilizing, and think about James Gunn is he's a deep comic book fan. He hasn't just heard of the comics or just read a couple of them. No, James Gunn is a deep, especially Suicide Squad. He is a deep Suicide Squad fan. He uses deep cut characters. He has the Weasel. He has Polka Dot Man. He has so many of these characters. Actually, I don't know what trailer or the behind the scenes you have up. He did drop a trailer of the names that he's using. He has the name of the actors and who the actors are portraying in there. So
I don't know. I can look it up though.
Yeah, just look up the Suicide Squad name trailer or whatever. But like what James Gunn is doing with this movie is phenomenal. I think they did finish filming. Of course, your girl Harley Quinn is in. I'm sure it'll be Harley Quinn heavy. But she does look more retro. She has her black and red kind of stuff on, and then her hair is a little bit longer. I don't understand how she got back in jail. Because at the end of
Margot Robbie,
yeah, I don't. She got back, and I don't know. I don't understand what happened. It doesn't make sense, but I'm excited to see. I'm just really happy for DC. I'm just really excited to see what they do.
Was this what you were talking about?
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So we have Amanda Waller. Of course, she's played by Viola Davis. She played him in the first Suicide Squad.
I remember when she first got casted. I was like, she's supposed to be fatter.
She was supposed to be fatter. Did you know Angela Bassett played Amanda Waller too?
In what version?
In what movie was that? In Green Lantern. I watched Green Lantern over again.
Oh.
It wasn't that bad,
bro. The CGI on that movie was
it was too much CGI. His suit didn't need to be super CGI'd, but I understand why they did it. The suit's from the Power of the Ring.
So is this a recast? This wasn't the same guy.
Oh, pretty much, that was the same guy. That's the same guy.
This was the same guy.
That's the same guy.
Okay. Wait. That don't look like the same.
No, that don't look like him. I don't know. I got to do some systematic research on that.
Yeah, that don't look like the same guy.
That doesn't look like him, but let it roll.
Who this be?
Michael Rooker. He played the Blue Man from Guardians of the Galaxy. Sylvain. Who's that? Who's he playing?
Javelin.
Okay, I have no idea who that is. We know who that is. But I'm serious. I'm gonna be 100%. He has some deep cut characters. I know Polka Dot Man, and Polka Dot Man is wildly a deep cut. He can manipulate polka dots. Who's that? It's stupid. I'm telling you, he can make them less large or big or whatever. I like. He's a deep cut guy too. I really thought he was going to use
Polka Dot Man. He can manipulate polka dots.
They
That's hilarious.
That's Ratcatcher 2. Idris Elba. Okay. That was Ratcatcher 2. Idris Elba is playing Bloodsport. Okay.
Bloodsport?
Yeah.
I thought he didn't take over Blood whatever. Will Smith.
Deadshot. No.
Yeah.
I thought he was too, but he's not. I thought he was, but he's playing Bloodsport.
Okay.
Okay. I could dig that.
King Shark
is a shark. Mongol. Yeah, she's usually bigger than that, but she's strong as hell in real life. So the Thinker, that's gonna be that's a really interesting one. If you want to pause for a minute, do you remember the series with the Thinker was in the Flash?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's gonna do the Thinker justice. He's gonna do the
so it's King Shark. So like that
King Shark is a shark.
King Shark and Thinker.
It's a lot of King Shark going around too lately. I have no idea who that is.
He got a mad ponytail.
Davidson. He got
Blackguard.
Blackguard.
A white man named Blackguard. Okay.
Ain't that a B?
All right. Ain't that a What's his name?
TDK?
Top.
TDK. I had no idea what that means.
Wolf person.
I know Weasel. Sean Gunn. Yeah, Sean Gunn is Weasel. Your boy Captain Boomerang. He's the same guy.
Yeah.
He was funny.
John Cena
as the Peacemaker.
John Cena.
He's Peacemaker. That kind of fits his character.
Oh.
I can see that.
The Peacemaker versus Black Adam. I want a movie. I want the movie.
And that is your cast for the Suicide Squad from James Gunn. It looks amazing, and that's just with the cast. It's a lot I still need to know.
Look amazing.
Oh, it'll be phenomenal.
Amazing is strong.
It looks amazing because it looks amazing because of your cast and what James Gunn has the ability to pull out the best in your cast.
I reserve the right.
You do
be skeptical. Because the first one, I mean, out of 1 out of 10, the first one, 6.
The first one was a 6, and this Suicide Squad is a soft reboot of the first one. So they're acknowledging that the first one does exist, but we're not taking any of that stuff from the first one except a couple key characters. It didn't make sense. I mean, I personally really like the movie. I'll never forget when I went to go watch it, and there she goes every now and then. When I went to watch it, and when I got finished with it, I didn't hate it, but it doesn't make sense. But I didn't hate it.
It didn't do it for me. The Joker was horrible. The main villain, old girl up there, like she on
Enchantress.
Shit, I mean, she's getting it, bro. Like,
first of all, they have no business fighting Enchantress. No business at all. No business at all.
They seemed overmatched.
And Harley Quinn, and I love me some Harley Quinn, but like if you're making Harley Quinn fight, Harley Quinn is a street level fighter. If she's over here fighting gods,
yeah.
Nobody really had a chance.
Guys who could shoulder roll with the best of them. She was in there getting it. Like, what you say? All right. Well, I hope that it's a better cinematic experience because I really was feeling the first one.
It's a way better cinematic experience. I can tell you right now, James Gunn is a phenomenal director. So I have nothing but faith. All of these guys are phenomenal directors, but it really comes down to, and which is what I think the studios and DC is doing, and is letting the artists make art, not editing their art to what they see fit.
Yeah.
The suits are about their dollar sign. They're about their bottom line, and I totally understand that. At the end of the day, it is a business. I don't want to get too corporate in there, but like you have to let them make art.
And you think that DC has learned from their mistakes? Like they just back off and let them create. Just like take your hand off the throttle and just trust the people that you employed to do the job.
Yeah.
Stop trying to be somebody else and fit somebody else's mold and just let them create your universe.
It's not, I keep saying DC. It's not DC. It's Warner Brothers. It's Warner Brothers. I mean, DC. They know what they have to do. It's Warner Brothers. I mean, if you're a rapper, I mean, look what happened with Deadpool. That test footage of Deadpool had to be accidentally leaked by someone, Ryan Reynolds, for it to be like, damn, that looks good. Should we really do that? No, they can't do that. Somebody accidentally leaked it. That really looks good. They got the buzz of the studio. Okay, so
script and all that stuff. And
it was done. So they started filming it, and look what happened. One of the highest grossing rated R films, if that means anything, of all time. People want to see this stuff.
They wanted that.
I think they do better. I mean, people are learning from their mistakes, and I think they wanted to do better, which is why I think they're having this stuff like this DC fandom to show, like, hey, we're coming. This is everything. I mean, giving them credit.
Give us some grace. We'll get there.
Marvel doesn't do this too much. They do it with their stuff over at D23, but I just felt like a Comic-Con. Like I said in the beginning, I'm like, I sat there from literally 1 to 9 o'clock, 9:30 that Saturday, watching all of this, and in awe that I'm just happy to get all of this content.
Yeah.
All of it, because I love DC. I love comics in general, but I really love DC Comics. I think they do a better, Not that I love one over the other, but what I can say with DC is I think they do a better character studies than they do with Marvel. They take a lot of time to focus on these characters, their emotions, what they like, what they're afraid of. I mean, we study these characters. They just have a way of laying that out. We've done that with. We know things that fear Tony. I mean, we did it with the Avengers over time, but like their books are based on that. Like they've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
So I thoroughly enjoy DC Comics. I really do.
All right. Well, let's make another hard pivot. What else you want to do?
Speaking of giving people art, let's go to the elephant in the room. Zack Snyder, the Snyder Cut.
So, when I logged in, I think the second or third time, he was talking Snyder Cut.
Mm-hmm.
He had the guys, the cast members on, and they were asking him questions, and he was asking them questions, and that's what initially got me intrigued. Now, the Snyder Cut, we're talking about Justice League, right?
We're talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah.
Justice League. All right. So the first Justice League, it seemed disjointed. It seemed put together in a rush, and I did not enjoy it as much as I thought I was.
Nobody did.
And that's just on a surface level. So I'm sure like real folk like you that are in like submerged in the comic books and know which way this arc is supposed to go, I'm sure you were heavily disappointed.
I got all of the reactions you got from watching the Justice League movie, but the thing about the Justice, I had a beef with people on Twitter advocating for release the Snyder Cut. I was on the opposite side of that. I was on no, put this to bed. It's over. I mean, when did this movie come out? 2000,
a while ago,
16
ish.
We're advocating for a movie that, and this is when at the time Warner Brothers had completely just scrapped everything and they wanted to start all over. So I was on the side of just completely scrap everything. And then I got a little bit more invested in it, and I did a little research. Did you know that Zack Snyder, 2017? Okay. Zack Snyder did not direct the Justice League movie at all. Did you know that?
What? So the bits and pieces that I got was I heard that he directed some of the movie, and then he had to leave because his daughter got sick or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they had James Gunn come in and finish it off in post.
That wasn't James Gunn. That was
somebody like that.
That was Avengers director. And they don't say Avengers Age of Ultron. They say Avengers director and Avengers Age of Ultron director and Buffy the Vampire Maker, Josh Whedon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that guy. I knew it was one of the Marvel guys.
Yeah, and that's another problem. They had Josh Whedon come in and take a body of work, put some stuff together, and just put a movie out because it was rushed. He just finished doing these things. So James Gunn has over the years said, first of all, he's never seen Josh Whedon's cut of it. He talked about his work for them. I can't believe I'm over here defending this. He talked about his work.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Because he was wrong. He was wrong. He was wrong. And there's nothing wrong with Zack Snyder. There's something wrong with the people of in the background of Zack Snyder, his fans, because like if you stand on this principle, if you keep complaining and complaining and complaining, and you're going to eventually get what you want, that's a bad precedent to set. That's what I don't like about it, because all this whining, and then once they start that, they have already started this trend on Twitter right now talking about release the Ayer cut. David Ayer is the one that directed that Suicide Squad that you didn't like, and apparently we've heard this during the making of the Suicide Squad. There's way more Joker than lead to what we've seen, which I do believe. I mean, I
don't want to see more Joker.
Actually, I don't want to see it either.
I don't.
But I mean,
act like it never happened.
I'm an advocate of let them. I want to see their work and their vision. Maybe that's just me. Like I want to see their work and their vision. Like and Zack Snyder has been advocating for this for a good 3 to 4 years. But
Right.
like this is not, and he will release some stuff on Vimeo. He released a picture here, a picture here, a picture here, a picture there. The thing is, they finally gave Zack Snyder the money to finish the post production of the Zack Snyder cut for the Justice League, and I'm really happy for it because one, as an artist, you get your work out. Two, we finally get to see what he's doing. So the movie is actually a 4-hour movie that's going to be cut into 4 pieces. Unlike I was telling you earlier,
So it's gonna be segmented.
it's going to be 1 hour. I don't want to call them episode 1 hour episodic voice.
I want to watch 4 hours.
I want to watch 4 hours too. I want to watch 4 hours. People don't want to do that, and the general masses probably don't want to do it either. I want to watch it. I want to watch 4 hours.
If it's a good 4 hours, I'm watching 4 hours.
And you know what? You can actually bring up the trailer because I want to bring up a couple points because he said this. I'll drop my stuff. Everything that we saw in the Justice League film, he's not using any of that footage. So this will be a brand new movie to us. It's a Max original. I think they're running. Look, first of all, you're gonna open with Darkseid. Did you see this? Pause. Yeah. Josh Whedon had Darkseid and didn't use him.
He sabotaged them.
He did sabotage them.
He's a saboteur.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
He's a saboteur.
The background music of this is Hallelujah.
Yeah, I'm not getting a strike, so that's fine.
We do not own this music.
I ain't even go through.
But don't play it. But like we can just go through the footage. Like all of this footage.
Now is this? Are we still? Was that Justice League?
This is directly after BBS.
Okay, but do we still got CGI face Superman?
What do you mean?
Because he had a big beard and they had to CGI his beard. He had a weird face. You remember that? Did you know that?
I forgot about that. He had like a mustache or something.
Yeah, when they shot his scene. So if you go back to like, especially like when the Flash was running around him and stuff like that, like he had the. I guess they shot late and he already committed to what was it, Mission Impossible? And you know, in Mission Impossible, he had a full beard and he couldn't cut it off.
He couldn't cut his
Mission. He had to shoot Mission
cut
Impossible.
It off.
So they had to CGI his face to look regular, and it just looked weird.
I forgot about that, but yeah, that was a thing too.
Justice League. So the Hall
of Justice, right there. Warner Max original, DC Comics as always. That's still okay. So we see the God Wonder Woman, Batman in the Batcave. Yeah, this is something completely different. My residential favorite drunk, Aquaman.
Which, by the way, great job with Aquaman. Even the movie, I like the movie. The movie was done well too. Did you like Aquaman?
I love it. I thought it was phenomenal.
Like,
which is hard to do.
Yeah.
Victor Stone, Black Suit Superman.
Black Suit Superman. Talk about it.
Black Suit Superman when he comes back from the ass whooping that Doomsday put on him. I'll put on a black suit too. That's Biggie Smalls' Life After Death Superman. This is Life After Death Superman.
My God!
You can get really humble after you get your ass.
I'll put on a black suit.
This is Black Air Force One Super. That's his Black Air Force Ones right there. That black suit is his Black Air Force Ones.
Oh my God!
Yes, sir.
My ass be like that.
I'll put on a black suit too. So you had on a blue and red suit. You the shining hope.
You want me to be chipper in this moment? Did you just see that?
No, sir.
Oh man, that is hilarious. So is he? It looks like he's in the ship though, right?
Yeah, he does look like he's in this in a Fortress of Solitude. In that, well, that's the ship, not the Fortress of Solitude,
Yeah.
but that does look like the ship. Diana doing Diana things. Man, I love her. I don't know why Flash is in the classroom.
Is he throwing electricity? Oh no, he's running. Okay.
He can throw electricity too, but I don't know why he was running that time.
Barefoot. Why didn't he ain't got no shoes on? Did he burn his shoes off?
Probably.
Is that a thing?
That is a thing.
So why didn't his clothes burn off then?
I don't know. Good question. Well, you put more pressure on your feet because you're using them the most.
I guess so. That makes sense.
That's Iris.
Okay, Nala face. I love it.
That is a Nala face.
She give it a great Nala face, Doc. She ready to go.
That is a Nala face. I didn't think about that. The famous Nala face. She did it. Yeah, she did the whole pant and everything.
Yeah, that's straight Nala face. So what was that? Some
that was
Cyborg.
That's Cyborg. His father had passed, and I guess he's dealing with that right now. He's probably freshly cyborged. Batman looking down.
Looks like we saw this shot already too.
That shot did look familiar.
Okay,
we did see that shot. So you have Mama Kent and Girlfriend Kent. He went back in. That's Mira from what.
So he leaves. It looks like he drops the throne and leaves.
Well, in the movie, he wasn't on the throne yet. Like, remember, this is pre-Aquaman.
Gotcha. Okay.
He leaves the throne. I mean, they brought him down there to talk. Mira went to go talk to him for what's going to happen. What eventually happens in the Aquaman movie with his brother.
I mean, that breaks quite continuity though, because he acts like he don't know who she is, but apparently you met her already.
Yeah, he's been going, as you can see in the he know who she is. Like he like that was his first time. Pause. Did that not look like the guy from Endgame? I can't think of his name. He's one of the Black Order. One of the guys from the Black Order. That's dark. That's dark. Him right there.
You said, oh, the guy with the stick. Yeah. One of Thanos' guys.
Yeah, from the Black Order.
He do kind of look like him. He got what happened to him? He got ran over by somebody.
Well, Vision killed him
at the Wakanda fight, I think.
And then he got ran over. Here goes Cyborg trying to.
Now, what's Cyborg? One thing that I did get out of the Snyder interview, he was like, more focused on Cyborg. He's one of his favorite characters. I feel like Cyborg was really lackluster. Like, even though he was a focal point, like he, the cube and stuff like that. I just I don't know. I didn't really have a connection with Cyborg during that movie.
Which is a shame because Cyborg is the one who's supposed to bring them closer together, which is what he would do in this film. So says Zack Snyder. Yeah. One of his favorites is Cyborg. He says it's going to be a lot more Cyborg focused.
And I could be jaded too because, or not jaded, just swayed because I'm so used to be honest with you, Teen Titans Go Cyborg, campy Cyborg, happy Cyborg.
First of all, I love Teen Titans Go. When you accept it for what it is, it's one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my God, my kids love it. I watch it with them. We sit there and watch Teen Titans Go.
Is that not funny?
And the writing is so good because they do
so good
throwbacks.
It's so good,
original, and it's so good. It's such a great show.
Did you see Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans?
Not yet. We got that queued up when AJ's gone, but when he comes back, we're supposed to watch that together.
I actually brought it.
Good
it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Okay, so we got
so that's Soup.
That's Soup. And what's going on here?
Trying to activate the cube. Pops is dead.
Yep.
All right, so that's how right Pops dies.
A way better looking Steppenwolf. Okay, so this Steppenwolf, do you remember how Steppenwolf had looked in the original Justice League?
Yeah, to me, he was the best part of the movie.
This Steppenwolf is how he originally looked in Batman versus Superman. He looks way better.
Okay, so this is a major upgrade. To me, major upgrade. He was a good, for what they had, a good bad guy.
For what they had.
Yeah, the face was kind of off, but it was still good.
Yeah, he's doing a lot. He's changing a lot. It's the Flash Probably
Is
in the
he?
Speed Force.
I was about to say, is he in the Speed Force?
Yeah, it looked like it. I didn't notice that either the first time. Like some of the other than the Batman, I only watched these trailers. Yeah, that definitely looks like the Speed Force.
It does. Maybe his first time being like immersed in the Speed Force.
Mm-hmm. Finally got back. I got his ass whooped.
Ooh, what was that? Somebody bringing down every bomb in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Gotham City University.
That's Victor. That's Cyborg.
I mean, that's every missile you could think of.
I have no idea why he's doing that.
Is that what it takes to be Steppenwolf? He brought down every missile available.
He's not easy.
Who was that with the trident?
That looked like it wasn't Aquaman. Remember they had showed in the beginning of the movie between the surface dwellers and the ocean. They had the surface and the ocean had came together to fight Steppenwolf the first time. So that's probably who was ruling. Yeah, it's a flashback. So that's probably who was ruling the ocean before before Aquaman had got to it.
That might harken back. It might harken back to oh boy, he got it from in the movie. Remember he had the Kraken.
Yeah, exactly.
The trident. That might be him.
Yep. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, he's
definitely in Speed Force.
How do you feel about the running?
Let me take a look at it again.
Like his arms are just like it throws me off.
It's better than him doing this, I guess. I don't hate it.
The arms throw me off.
They don't hate me. I mean, I don't hate it.
Okay. All right, so we got the money shot.
The 6.
Black suit.
Yep. And here's Batman suit right here. I love that. Maybe probably my second favorite suit.
Short ears.
I don't like the short ears, but other than the suit, I love it. Like that suit is really armored heavy for Batman to be just a man. I always thought that he needed a little bit more, especially look who he's fighting with: a god, an ocean master, an alien, a speed demon, and a robot, and a man.
Normal nigga there.
He is the most normal nigga there. So I always thought some people don't like the bulky suits. I always thought that his suit had to be more, like Arkham Knightish. Like he has to have a bulkier suit.
Yeah. Otherwise, he'd be crippled.
Yeah, he got crippled a million
times. So this suit here, it has to be something that he already had.
He already had the suit, but he didn't have the Aquaman suit until Aquaman.
We knew he had his mom's trident.
Yeah, that can be that right there can be just some regular Atlantean armor. Okay. Which it probably is.
Okay.
But he turned the Aquaman to Aquaman.
And then like I guess another thing about Cyborg, like he's 95% like machine. Like
you ever wonder how you get his haircut?
Half man, half nothing.
You ever wonder how you get his haircut?
Let me get half a fade.
No, seriously, how do you? Because he has a sweet haircut, so like I don't know if he does it. Or if he I'm sure he can watch YouTube tutorials. He can LED them with the lights and everything, and he could probably do it himself, make his own clippers. But I wonder how he gets his own. His hair look pretty damn good. Like he has waves and everything. Like, do you make a do rag? Do you put the do rag over the whole damn thing?
Oh man, I don't know. Maybe he has metal do rag that just folds over.
I have black questions for Cyborg. I really do. I have black questions for Cyborg. I legit do.
That's a dope shot. All right, what we open up to? A ship. All right, the Snyder Cut. I like it.
I like it too.
So get on the ship. I'm pretty sure Flash is saying something funny.
Yeah, I actually don't remember this at all. Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't remember any of that.
All right, I'm gonna try to get,
So let me ask you, what do you think?
I'm about to listen to this. Hold on. I don't want to strike, but can you hear it?
Yeah. We can edit it up.
On the other planets he's destroyed, right? And we have to assume he's won. I don't care how many demons he's fought, how many hells. He's never fought us. Not us united.
Okay. I get it. It's talking about Darkseid. Darkseid has went to all the different planets and destroyed them different much.
I want 4 hours. I want 4 straight boys.
Me too.
So it's gonna be like Sunday, hour 1 of the Snyder Cut. Next Sunday, hour 2 of the Snyder. Don't nobody want that.
Nobody does want that.
Don't nobody want that.
I actually think they're probably going to do. I think they're going to come out in theaters too.
Theaters should be open by then.
Theaters possibly could be open by then. Some are open now. I don't know if it's going.
Yeah, but they ain't got no movies to put in them. They in there playing Black Panther and
bro, I heard they were playing like classics and stuff.
Yeah, they in
I
there.
kind of wanted to go.
To the future.
See, I always wanted to do that. I wanted to go to some theaters because I feel like some stuff you just need the theatrical experience for.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to watch Star Wars in the theaters. I want to watch stuff like Back to the Future. I because watching them at home, like I get it, but like I felt like I was kind of robbed of that, and I get why people don't
the AMC opened up. Somebody put out, the AMC opened up and watch a movie for 15 cents.
Yeah,
so like you watch a movie for 15 cents, candy and popcorn for 18 cents, and leave with COVID-19.
That's. I was just talking to my boy Donald about that, man. Like, he's like, "Are you going back to the movies?" And I'm like, "Man, I don't know. I want to go so bad. I don't know. I didn't have too many outings in my life, man, but they took that away from me.
Oh no!
I just cannot sit in my sanctorium and just sit here and watch a movie.
One of us got to get up, get a whole theater. But
bro, for Iria's birthday, we brought a projector and a thing so we can watch movies outside. It didn't work as planned, but
nothing ever does.
Yeah, that's another story for another day. But
that looked good. That looked good. That did look
a lot better. I mean, that's just what he put together. He still work. He said he needs to get some. Remember when I had texted you about they need to get a few scenes with the one guy. Not too long ago. I can't think of his name, but they needed to get a few scenes with him. That's the only filming that he really needed to do.
You texted me that. Yep.
Yeah. I can tell you what's going on with that if you'd like me to. But you probably want to be surprised.
No. Yeah, I don't want to know.
Okay. Cool.
All right, so we got a couple more things to get through. We still got Wonder Woman, Flash movie, Black Adam, Shazam. Let's try to scroll through a couple of these. So let's talk a little Shazam real quick.
That was a quick one because it was a quick one. It was actually kind of cute how they had him in with the Shazam and the Shazam finding the kids and everything and their adult counterparts. The only thing that really revealed about the Shazam movie was the actual title of Shazam 2. And it's called Shazam 2 Fury of the Gods. And I expect to have a little Black Adam action in that, or at least some sort of reference. And they had a reference in the first one because that's what that chair was for. It was for Black Adam.
So the first movie, I actually rewatched it. I want to say less than a month ago. Bored watching something on TV. The first time I saw it in theaters, I took my kids. They were small, and all the demons and stuff threw me off. Like, okay. And I remember talking to you afterwards. You was like, you should have expected that. Come on. And I'm like, come on, man. I don't know. Like, I took my kids to go see Shazam. Like, it's a little kid trying to be a superhero.
Yeah, that I do. I get. I mean, those demons, they were a lot.
Man, it was a lot. Those
demons were demons.
Killing people in boardrooms.
They threw a nigga out the window, didn't they?
Yeah, that was a lot. And I'm sitting there covering my kids' eyes like it's a sex scene. Like, cause I ain't trying to deal with no nightmares. But then rewatching it again, I'm like, okay, I liked it. Yeah. I liked it. It wasn't a banger, but it was a good movie. So I hope they do upgrade it a little more. I did like the ending, adding the kids and making them superheroes too. The orphan kids,
which is a thing. Which is a thing. They're all superheroes, respectively.
Yeah. Now, what iteration was? It was a movie where Shazam was a bunch of kids.
It was part of Flashpoint.
Okay.
Yeah, once when the kids collectively made one Shazam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was part of Flashpoint.
Okay. Well, yeah, I look forward to that. Did they give a release date? Like
No
2029?
release date. I'm thinking 2022. With anything else,
All right.
that's supposed to begin forming,
That leads
filming.
into Black Adam. You know, that was pretty much an animated trailer with a rock voiceover.
That's why he had made it the way he made it. Because they haven't been making it, but this movie has been in pre-production for the last 2 years. The Rock
Yeah, I feel like
is
he announced it a long time ago.
he did he put it on Twitter a long time ago, and I'm like, this isn't coming out. Even when I first saw it, like, I'm thinking, like, this isn't coming out. The Rock has so much on his freaking plate, it is unreal. If I know your schedule, I don't. Yeah, first of all,
That's my guy, bro.
but he has
People
so.
be
Mike, I have a problem with these big name actors, because these, well, maybe not so much with. That's probably why he hasn't done anything with Marvel, because Marvel is so demanding, and
oh yeah,
their contracts are demanding as well. If they want you, if you sign a contract, you're a Marvel guy, and you sign a contract for them, they have you for
back and call. You on back and call?
constantly.
Reshoots everything. Like you
Yeah,
need to be available.
from contract end to contract date, you do. If they have you for 6 movies, well, not that much, probably, let's say like 4 movies and a couple pop-ups, and they can call you anytime they want. And it
Mhm.
has gotten in the way of a lot of like stuff like people like Chris Evans and
Yeah,
stuff
Chris
like that.
Evans was done with that.
I don't blame him. I mean, he didn't want to say nothing bad. I mean, like, because it's always a job, like we had said before. But
hmm
it's a lot, and
Yep.
you're Captain America.
Yep. The franchise.
You
You the franchise player.
if you is you an Iron Man.
Yep.
And even with Tom Holland seemed to enjoy it the most right now. But
I mean, yeah, in his youth, get that high paying job. I'll be Spider Man. I'll be 20, getting $100 million checks. Being Spider Man and have my
I
job as
actually saw
CGI
their payday. Their payday wasn't that high, but
per film.
for
But
the
you got to
first
think they
Spider-Man,
getting points on the movie though. Like
oh, for sure,
you got to.
for sure.
So Black Adam, we're not gonna see it anytime soon. The
Nope.
animated trailer was dope. It's great to hear Rock's voice, but at the end of the day, you're
Yeah,
not gonna get nothing out of it.
like I said, for Black, it was a good production. He gave you the thing about the Rock. He's not going to show. He's going to give you the best of his abilities of what he has right now. I feel like that's what he did. Of what he did with his Greenstein, he did the most for it production wise. He just gave you a bunch of storyboards, some screen art, and then tell you
Yeah.
exactly where Black Adam's head is going to come from. People to a space. He's having a Justice Society of America in there, and I think that's who she has. The
Mm.
guy who's playing Adam Smasher, he's in a lot of Netflix heartthrobs because I watched them before. He's in. I mean, they have Adams. Like I said, Adam Smasher. They have Hawkman. I would like to see that. They
Ooh.
have. Yeah, they have.
They did Hawkman dirty
On Legends.
on Legends. Like he was
Yeah,
only on like 4 episodes. Like I want more Hawkman.
I can't think of the guy's name. I'm having like a complete like brain melting, but Doctor I cannot think of his name. The guy with the gold helmet. Um Zatanna's dad, but Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate is in there.
So it's gonna be some good nods in this one.
For sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a big movie. It's gonna be a big movie. So like, I mean, nothing huge right now. That he just kind of gave you a feel for where it was at and what to expect from it. So I'm excited.
Is he a villain or an anti-hero?
I think right now he's more so anti-hero. He's for his people, but like he doesn't care who gets in the way of that. He could be fighting for the right cause the same day, and if the right cause just so happen to be on the wrong side, he's still fighting for that cause.
Right.
He kind of beats to his own job, but he's more of a villain than he is a hero.
Okay.
But he's not doing evil things, but he will take somebody out.
All right. So Shazam, Black Adam, those are kind of tied together.
They're very tied together, and they're one each other's Achilles heel. So
now this was something I didn't get a chance to see that you brought to my attention. The Flash movie. Now, does this have a release date, or are they still working on that?
The Flash movie was sometime
Was there a
next
trailer?
year. There wasn't a trailer, so nothing to look up. But it's interesting to bring back a couple interesting things about the Flash movie. The Flash is going to be loosely. I hear you, buddy. You came in here because you got to go to the bathroom. The Flash movie is going to be loosely based off of the Flashpoint. He's actually in the picture now. It's gonna be on the Flashpoint movie, but it's not gonna be in a traditional sense. He's gonna run back and forth. So they actually casted Ben Affleck again as Bruce Wayne. So he's coming back as that Bruce Wayne. But here's the most interesting thing about it though. There's the killer part about it. One cool fact about it is the Flash gets his name from the Flash TV show from the CW.
Mm.
So I kind of hope that he's in there. I don't, of course.
Grant gonna be on the big screen.
I would like to see it though because he's hopping back and
Grant's
forth in
my
universe.
guy, bro. I love Grant.
I like Grant too. Grant's so cool.
Yeah.
I think Grant's cool to the bug. Like I just think you see really chill. But here's the thing that got me the most interested about it. The thing that brought it kind of brings it back full circle for me. Michael Keaton returns as Batman in the Flash movie.
Wow.
And he's suiting up. Actually, Michael Keaton makes the Flash's new suit.
Wow.
So there was some picture art with Michael Keaton from the Batman that we grew up on, the 1989 Michael Keaton Batman, and the Flash in his new suit where Michael Keaton and I think he got the idea from Grant Gustin's Flash. Because did you see that episode when they both?
Oh yeah.
Of course you did.
Listen, listen, I'm a Flash guy. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm a Flash guy too.
I love the TV show, bro. Like
actually, I got a crap load of comics up here.
After what they put on, dang.
Oh, bro,
that look like Rent to me.
Oh, hold on. I be lying about this stuff. All right.
That look like Rent. Here comes a car note. You got a phone bill and cable bill? Listen, after what they did, yes. Oh, that looks heavy.
It's heavy. I'm putting it back.
After what they did on the TV show, and I mean, they went back to Smallville. They brought in the movie Flash, the small intricacies that they put together on that. This Flash movie, to me, has the most expectations.
I think it does too.
Like, you can do so much with it, and just the nuances that you're telling me right now, that's probably the tip of the iceberg. Like, Val Kilmer can't fit that suit no more, but I mean, Michael Keaton was a good choice. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nipple Batman. You don't want George Clooney in there. So
no, I don't think George Clooney want to come back either. They did George Clooney wrong, and George Clooney know it. It wasn't a pretty thing. For,
you don't want nipples. So Michael Keaton was the best option. I understand that.
But that's one everyone loves. Everyone loves Michael Keaton. Like there's nothing wrong with that movie from 1989. I rewatch it quite often.
Now, if they get Jack Nicholson in this boy, if they go that's different. But
I didn't hate that Joker. No. A lot of people. I think he's a better Joker than Joaquin Phoenix. I don't care what nobody say. I don't like that.
Did you say Joaquin?
Whatever his name is.
Did you make him black?
Yeah, matter of fact, he should be black. Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin! Come here, bro.
Joaquin Phoenix. I have an issue with that too, but maybe that's another show for another day.
That's another show for another day.
But the Flash is bringing in.
Maybe our next show we can rank, DC and Marvel movies or do something like that.
You want to do that?
But yeah, this movie right here, I'm putting a lot of expectation on this because with a Flash movie, you can do a lot because you got a lot to work with.
Yeah, I just don't want with them bringing in Michael Keaton and with the return of Ben Affleck. I just don't want them to overpower the Flash. I don't want it to turn into another Bat movie. I'm perfectly okay with it, but I love Flash. Like, I'm not a big Ezra Miller fan, but I do love the Flash. And
I know Batman for you.
Yeah,
Flash.
I mean, Flash is right up there too. I as you saw, I didn't go through it because we don't have that kind of time, but it's a lot of Flash in there, and Flash is doing some great stuff in comics. So Flash. I even would like to see if they're doing Flash, but I want to see some reverse Flash who could play him.
Oh man! All right, and then finally we got the lady of DC,
First lady.
The first lady. I just got. We was watching the Rough Rider Chronicles the other day, and it was talking about Eve, the first lady of Rough Riders.
Why?
What, you don't like the Rough Riders? You want a DMX fan growing up?
I like. I mean, how many of them? What you got? Dragon, DMX, Eve,
The Locks.
the Locks.
Yeah, man. It was they had some.
But not nothing to do with documentary. You know, people still riding around screaming
I
Rough
heard
Rider.
do a documentary.
maybe I got. Maybe I gotta watch the documentary. Like, man, what you do? Rough Riders 1 and 2, and that's it. Ride or die.
Oh
You
my
want? Not gonna
God.
do a documentary. I don't care.
Not a documentary.
That
was funny. That
right there.
That was funny. All right, Wonder Woman, the first woman of DC. She's getting her second movie on.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go ahead and throw up her trailer.
Yeah,
the first movie was good.
Phenomenal.
It wasn't. I don't know about phenomenal.
It was phenomenal.
But it was good. It was really good.
The first movie was phenomenal. I have no issue with that. The first this one right here, I think would be no sequel, lacklusterness, if you will. I think that right there, like to see her as a little girl, I think that's a huge selling point right there. I love that. She's riding a lightning bolt.
That is dope, bro. She's swinging off lightning like Spider-Man.
Bro, she's a god. Though we've never really seen her do it, I can't imagine her not doing it. So, like, I think that's the dopest thing in the world. Patty Jenkins, man, like she can do it. She says she has a
perfect casting too, man.
It is perfect casting. It's set in the 80s. I don't like that it's set in the 80s, and that's really just me nitpicking. I feel like we need to go forward for DC. That's just me. I know there's multiple universes.
Casting though. Like you could have got
Kristen Wiig.
Yeah. I think that's a bad cat. You could have got somebody who's established.
I could believe that it was. Yeah, I really could believe that they had picked like Kristen Wiig.
You picked a comedian to be a bad guy.
Yeah. People have done it before. Like she won't be the first one that has. Like,
yeah, I mean the first person to come to mind is Jim Carrey, right?
Yeah.
But, like it's just I don't know.
Like I said,
when I see her face, I want her to be funny.
I do too. Like I expect her to crack a joke. It's hard for me to see her in such a dramatic role, but it's like I said, I
to get her feet wet in this movie. I don't know.
She's playing Cheetah, like which is probably her arch nemesis. Like like Cheetah be whooping her ass too. So I think that I'm excited to see that. And what you looking at, Steve Trevor?
All right, did this nigga die in the first movie?
This nigga did die. I think this is the I think why she's seeing. I think that's probably the point of the movie from my understanding. I think it has something to do with Max Lord because in the first trailer, he was kind of selling dreams that can make him into a reality, and I think this is kind of the thing for her. So I think he was kind of brought back to life.
And
I think
like during the trailer, he made reference, towards the end, like this is what y'all do in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like he either got brought back from the dead or he was like in a.
He legit got brought back from the dead.
I don't know.
Yeah, he legit got brought back from the dead. He wasn't. I mean, he was in World War. He was in World War like 1 or something like that. Like Wonder Woman, the first one was set in in 1900s.
Yeah, it was
so like, and this is 80 years later. Like, there's no way in the world he could live a regular life from here. But okay, we had Kristen Wiig here. Did you see this trailer by chance?
Yeah, I saw it already.
Okay, so yeah,
that was a dope move.
That was a dope move. I mean, she do dope stuff.
Yeah, she bad. She bad. Like to me, it would be hard to pull her off, but they pulled it off. They pulled it off. Like
it's been more Harley Quinn than it has been her, and I hope this movie goes into the reason why there's more. Why she kind of hides more in the background because I think this is from
who's that nigga?
That's Max Lord. I think he's actually the big bad. He's like her Luther. Oh, you back? He's her Luther.
Okay.
And he's
can't Keep missing this shot.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shot right there. He's yeah, right there. That's Mass Lords.
Is he
Probably
the
look like
president? Like, I don't understand.
I don't understand that either. He could be running for president or could be the president. I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know how they set it up.
They're taking
He's a pretty evil guy. He's
one thing
pretty
that
bad.
Marvel really does. They layer their bad guys. Like
Mhm.
there's a bad person, but then there's somebody behind the bad person.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like every Iron Man, you think it's the guy, but then it's the guy in the suit. That's really the bad person.
Yeah, that's him. Like there's a guy that she has to fight, which is Cheetah. A woman which she has to fight, which is Cheetah.
Right.
This is the problem right here. He's the problem. In Lex Luthor's case, Lex Luthor can do both once he has a suit. Oh, there she go as Cheetah right here.
That's
She
a
look
dope
bad.
shot.
Yep, the golden armor, the winged eagle one. That's pretty cool right there. I hope they really, really, really fight. I would like to, because they be throwing down. So there we go, my guy Steve. He's ready.
It's a fanny pass came back, and so did parachute pants.
We're living in the 80s. Only in theaters, so she's not even nudging at the idea that
Yeah,
she's putting in on
a lot of
a platform.
a lot of stuff is coming out like that only in theaters. Like we're not even going to no streaming service. Like I wish Mulan would have waited just a little while longer before they committed to going to Disney Plus because I wanted to see that in theaters.
There's a lot of stuff I want to see in theaters, but I'm kind of like on the other side of that. I would rather see it in theaters, but if you like if Black Widow was to drop on Disney Plus today, I prefer to see it in theaters, but
Mm-hmm.
it ain't stopping me from going over to on my thing and watching it right then and there. I feel
Yeah,
like you need to get the whole experience in theaters, but I don't have that kind of patience.
yeah. All right, so we covered Wonder Woman. We covered Gotham Knights video game, Flash the movie,
Mhm.
Suicide Squad the movie, to sequel actually, and then the Suicide Game, as well as Zack Snyder's cut, Black Adam, Shazam, Batman, and overarching the DC fandom experience for the previous weekend, man. Any final thoughts on what you learned during fandom or excited?
I'm just excited. I'm just, like I said at the beginning of the show. Like I'm just excited for what DC has to offer with uh their upcoming projects, video game related, comic book related. They have a plan, and they're just going to let the artists be artists in their respected worlds. Let the directors direct. Let the video game makers make video games,
Mhm.
and I mean, just kind of stepping back and let stuff just be emotion and just work. There's content there. You don't have to wonder exactly what's going on. I mean, we have stuff for at least the next. I'm gonna say I know probably up to 2023 with Flash, and that's just the 3 years right there. So like they haven't gave us like typically how Marvel does. They give us like the next 5 or 6 years or something like that.
Yeah,
I like this, and this is a lot of stuff and for 2 years. So
that's
like
a really good point because a lot of when Marvel put out their stuff,
mhm.
you got to hope you live that long.
Exactly,
You
exactly,
know what I'm
and the
saying?
world's crazy.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a really good point. People complain about the release dates, but we're used to long release dates.
We are, and it's they gave us kind of how society views its platforms now, where we're getting a lot of stuff really quick and really
Mhm.
fast. And I think in this particular case, I think it works for them. We have video games that come out next year and the year after that. We have movies that come out next year and the year after that. There's no shortage of stuff coming from the DC way. And even we didn't talk about it on this the Neil Gaiman stuff with the Sandman. Like I know that's like a phenomenal story and book. I haven't read it, but I am eager to read it. I
Mhm.
downloaded the audiobook, which is actually a gigantic production of a whole bunch of people.
Wow.
It's 11 hours, but I'm interested. I drive a lot for work, so they're doing it, and then they're doing on the Netflix side. They're doing a Sandman TV series. That's where Lucifer is predominantly from. Lucifer, the guy, the TV show,
Yeah.
he started in Sandman, so he's a. They did a spinoff of the main of the main point of the story. So
Okay.
we didn't cover that, but like I don't know too much about that. I know everyone does. I feel like
I only know the Sandman from Spider-Man 3.
oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Even when that, I legit forget about that. So like, yeah, this one actually has stuff to do with dreams and stuff like that, death, and is really good. I heard nothing negative about it. Came out in the late '80s, early '90s, and it hasn't changed. And people are still talking about it in 2020. That's one of the greatest comic books ever.
And listen, you can do backstories on all of Spider-Man's villains because he got the best ones. Like,
I mean,
all his villains are
they,
hitters.
they are. I mean, Venom. They did Venom movies. They did, and that's the thing. Like they all can't stand him.
Yeah.
They're doing Morpheus, and we haven't heard much from that at all.
No,
Like
not at
Jared
all.
Leto is cursed, man. I don't know what the hell it is with him.
Yeah.
Like,
just let him go, DC. Just let him go.
no, that was Marvel.
Let him go. Let him go. Don't put him in no superhero movies. He don't hit.
Something about him don't sit right with me.
He don't hit. You know who hit? Idris Elba. Every time he get in a Marvel DC movie, he hit. Okay,
He does hit.
Idris
Elba does hit.
Michael Keaton, he hit.
Michael Keaton does hit. And
he was Vulture and Batman
and Birdman.
Yeah, Birdman. My bad. He hit.
But he was all of them. Like he was all of them. Like he
hit.
Like even at this stage of the game for him, he's still playing Batman in the next 2 years from 1989, and nobody's tripping.
He can double dip, Doc. He can double dip. Evans, he hit. He double dipping. So some of those guys can do it. Some of those guys need to stay away.
He's playing this.
He's playing that.
1989.
He's playing that. Imagine if you had a chip bag that looked like that. I ain't eating that. That shit old.
Hell no.
All right, man. Well, anybody watch this, we appreciate you holding on with us for the entirety of the show. Our handles are below. Rio's Twitter is underneath, and my Instagram is underneath. So if there's anything you want us to talk about, anything on your mind, any clip that pops up, and you want us to put it up, and we'll shout you out as well, go ahead and DM us, and we'll let you know when the next episode comes up. We will throw this up on our social medias as well. Man, great show, bro.
Hey, man,
I appreciate you going on with me and rocking this thing out. You are the GOAT of comics.
I'll do that.
Yeah, I'm putting pressure on you. Pressure.
I got a lot of unpopular opinions.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe we can add that as a segment as we go along.
Yes, sir. Yeah, like unpopular opinions.
But I appreciate you, man. Any last words?
No, man, I'm just happy to do it. Really happy with everything that's going on in comics, not just DC. I mean, across the board. Boom, Image. I mean, it's a lot of good content out, guys. Even please support your local comic book stores. I physically go buy media. It really helps, man. You never know what you can find in there. I go in there looking for one. I walk out, as you saw, my boxes, and that's just two. That's just the two I feel like minute down and getting. But yeah, my only thing is like support your local comic book shops. Black Lives Matter.
I ain't even gonna say nothing after that. We out.